It's tarot time.
The night is quiet when grief speaks the loudest. I have watched many hearts try to outrun loss. None ever succeed. Loss does not chase. It waits. It sits where love once rested and asks one simple question: what will you do with what remains? Elias Rowe had not moved the nightstand in 2 years. It stood exactly where it had the night Clara died, pressed close to the bed like a loyal witness. The lamp still leaned slightly left. Her watch lay face down. A tissue, folded once, waited as if she might return for it. Elias told himself leaving it untouched was respect. He told himself it was devotion. But the truth was simpler. If he didn't move the nightstand, he didn't have to move forward. That night, sleep refused him. Again. The room felt too full of memory, of breath he couldn't quite catch. He reached for water in the dark and knocked the nightstand hard enough to make the lamp rattle. Something slid across the floor, a thin notebook. He stared at it like it had crawled there on its own. It took him a long time to kneel down, longer to touch it. The cover was soft, worn at the edges as if handled often. Clara's handwriting curved across the first page. He knew it immediately. He always had. He closed the notebook.
I'm not ready.
But grief has a way of opening doors we keep locked. Elias sat on the edge of the bed and opened it anyway. This was not a journal of dying. It was a record of living. Clara wrote about small things, about the first night they burned dinner and laughed until the smoke alarm screamed, about the way Elias talked to the plants when he thought no one was listening, about ordinary mornings that felt extraordinary simply because they were shared. His chest tightened. These were moments he had buried beneath the weight of what came after. Then the handwriting changed. Still hers, but slower, careful.
If you find this one day and I'm not here, please don't turn our love into a grave. Let it be a bridge.
Elias closed the journal and pressed it to his chest. His breath shook. He had believed his sorrow was proof of love, that carrying it like a burden was the price of loyalty. He had been so busy counting what was gone that he never turned to see what still stood. Loss narrows vision. It convinces you the story ended when something broke. Elias opened the journal again.
Promise me you'll laugh again. Not because you forgot me, but because you remember us.
I don't know how.
Another line waited.
You don't have to know how. Just don't refuse joy when it knocks.
That was when the anger came. Hot, sudden. Elias slammed the notebook shut.
You're asking too much. You don't get to decide what healing looks like.
Silence answered, but it wasn't empty. Grief isn't only sadness, it is conflict. It is love with nowhere to go. Elias had been pouring all of his love into what was already gone, afraid that if he looked ahead, it would mean leaving her behind. He slept at last, the journal resting on the nightstand. On top, not hidden beneath. Morning came quietly. Pale light slipped through the curtains. Elias noticed it because, for the first time in months, he didn't pull the covers over his head. He sat up. The room looked the same, and yet something inside him had shifted. Later, he stepped outside, just a short walk, nothing dramatic. The air was cool. A neighbor waved. Elias hesitated, then waved back. The motion surprised him. On the walk home, a memory surfaced. Clara dancing in the kitchen, barefoot, music too loud. The image hurt, but it also warmed him. For once, the pain did not demand silence from everything else. That night, Elias laughed at a show he used to avoid because it reminded him of her. The laugh escaped before he could stop it. He froze, hand to mouth, waiting for guilt. It didn't come. Instead, there was a strange peace, as if Clara's love had never been meant to trap him in sorrow, but to carry him forward. The Five of Cups does not ask you to move on. It asks you to keep carrying what mattered. Elias did not stop grieving. He stopped letting grief be the only place his love was allowed to live. The journal was never a goodbye. It was a handoff. Some losses do not ask to be replaced. They ask to be carried forward, carefully, honestly, without apology. And now I ask you, what if healing is not about leaving love behind, but letting it keep moving through you, even after it breaks your heart?